Friends, the secret to peace starts with understanding water as a mirror. What we do to water, we do to ourselves. Water is the great amplifier of energy, which means whatever is given to water, she amplifies back. Now consider that the waters of our planet are actually the physical manifestation of our collective subconscious. They are the embodiment of kind of the new sphere of the shared mind of this whole being that we all are in the oneness of this earth realm. So how have we been treating the waters of this world? If you give water negligence, she amplifies negligence, and then our needs go unmet. Now, how many people in the world don't have the food or the water or the shelter or the safety that they deserve? If you give water poison, she amplifies poison, and our health crises intensify. Now, how many people in the world are suffering? Give water prayer, beauty, and coherence, and reverence, and she amplifies that too, because water that's treated as mundane acts mundane, but water treated as holy acts medicinal and brings people and ecosystems back to life, back to coherence, back to health. But it goes beyond just drinking water. This is true of all of the waters on earth, because water is not just life, water is peace. We are living through World War III right now, and there's a pattern that humanity has never really fully realized, but we can never fully escape because we are bodies of water, living on a planetary body of water. And that is that if you overlay geospatial conflict data on top of a map of rainfall, you see it immediately. The driest places on earth are always the most war-torn. It's a direct correlation and historically true. For example, go figure, Iran has been in a prolonged drought for well over 5 years. A dry land becomes a dry populace, a dry people, and then a dry people becomes a combustible people. When the hydrological cycle collapses, then the emotional, the mental, the political body collapses too in that area, because water provides the conditions for prosperity, for clarity of mind, for nervous system regulation, and for peace overall. Shared water resources were the original historical meeting point for diplomacy and for negotiation all the way back to tribal times. If you study human and civilizational development as it parallels our relationship to water over the eons, to this shared commons, the shared source of life, it's a really fascinating study, but that's a different rabbit hole. So what you see again and again, though, historically, is that water abundance fosters the conditions for peace, and water scarcity foments conflict all throughout history. Now, why I bring this up now is that the UN has officially stopped using the term water crisis for what the world is in now, what we're now facing, because it implies that it is a temporary fixable problem. They've shifted the language to say that we are now in water bankruptcy because water systems are being degraded faster than they can recover or be replenished. Now, of course, it's mostly their own, the UN and the WEFs and all these globalist policies that have created this scarcity, the UN especially since the 1980s, but that's another story. 4 billion people on this planet currently experience severe water scarcity for at least 1 month of each year. That's basically there's 9 billion people on the planet now. So is there 7 or 9 billion? Anyway, it's quite a big percentage of the population. Plus 70% of the world's major aquifers are in decline. And this isn't just some abstract worldwide resource issue. It is a foundation of peace between nations and a foundation of health and prosperity for the people. Now, the good news is that it actually is reversible. It just requires totally shifting our whole concept of what water is and how to steward water and how to replenish water in ecosystems by treating her as a sentient living being, etc. That again is a different rabbit hole, but here's what you can do individually and personally now. If you want more peace of mind, more peace in your body, hydrate and spend time near water. It's just the best way to counteract this fiery energy that's happening in this world right now. You want more peace in your families and your communities? Become a student and a servant and a steward of water, a water guardian. Bring healthy, whole, happy, balanced, healing water to your tribe. You want more peace on earth? Take your water mission seriously and connect with other water guardians and stewards around the world. Because what we do to water, we do to ourselves. Water is the primordial mirror, reflecting back to us exactly what we have given to her. Now, the question is, what are you willing to give? Now, I'm building a team of water guardians and water wisdom keepers and way showers and wave makers, and we're taking on this path together. We're learning how to become the kind of people who can hold space for water's intelligence, who can teach others, who can activate our communities, who can hydrate ourselves and our communities down to the cellular level, who can be a part of the solution both at home and abroad. And if this is resonating, comment the word opportunity to join the waiting list. And if you want to start right now, comment guardianship, and I'll send you my water activism workbook. It's 28 days of practices, prompts, education to really step onto this path of water stewardship. And if you want to gather in person with other water stewards, comment Tulum 2026 and join us in the sacred cenotes of the Riviera Maya at the end of March. We're going to be resting back into the baptismal embrace of water's wisdom and remembering together who we are and what we're here to do, and learning from water directly how to move forward on this path. Again, what we do to water, we do to ourselves. The path forward is not going to be found through more screens, through more information, through more artificial intelligence. It's going to be found through original intelligence. Water is nature's intelligence, nature's remembrance. And the path forward is communion with that original intelligence and gathering with the people who remember that water is life, that water is peace, and that water is the way home. So be well and be water, my friend.